Mr. Speaker, this bill could not have come at a better time.
Is Lagos part of the frontier states, right?
Yes, it is. And it's also oil. It's not part of the frontier state, but it's oil producing, sir. And
it's part of the frontier here.
And oil producing. So this bill could not have come at a better time, Mr. Speaker. Anything or any time we try to add value or praise the great impact that our armed forces are doing throughout the length and breadth of Nigeria is always commendable. Mr. Speaker, I always grow green in envy when in the United States of America you hear announcements at the airport that first-class passengers going to use the lounge, they always give preferential treatments to the men of their military. In other jurisdictions, the armed forces get tax rebates, they get vouchers to encourage those guys who laid their life down for the emancipation and the protection of their communities and nation and states. This bill seeks to further encourage the men of our armed forces and also to appreciate them for the good deeds, the good works they're doing in the defense of their fatherland. Some of them die on airplanes, some of them die through IEDs. There's nothing more than to encourage them to continue to do what they're doing. However, I agree with my leader who suggested that the Armed Forces Remembrance Day should be looked side by side with this bill. And if indeed there are omissions in the Armed Forces Remembrance Day Act or law, we may be able to merge it and come up with a more...
Is it an act?
Armed Forces Remembrance Day should have, I'm sure it has a legal backing, sir. If indeed there are gaps, we may use this opportunity to bridge that gap and also add more teeth in recognizing the efforts of our armed forces. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.